2Fab posted a hilarious article on February 6th of 2020 titled, Christian Man Claims Jennifer Lopez and Shakira's halftime show put him in, quote, danger of hellfire, plans to sue NFL. Now, he's referring to the Super Bowl where Jennifer Lopez and Shakira shook a tail feather and tore up that stage. The article goes on to say the podcaster said the dance routines filled with, quote, crotches and pole dancing are keeping him, quote, from getting into the kingdom of heaven. The Jennifer Lopez / Shakira halftime show at Sunday's Super Bowl was just too hot for some to handle. During his, quote, Pass the Salt podcast, Christian activist Dave Daubenmire took umbrage with the, quote, crotches and pole dancing displayed during the 15-minute choreographed spectacle, arguing there was no sign that the, quote, pedaled you gotta be kidding me. Arguing there was no sign that the, quote, pedaled porn would be streaming into his living room, and whomever is responsible is, quote, keeping him from getting into the kingdom of heaven. Quote, could I go into a courtroom and say, quote, viewing what you put on that screen put me in danger of hellfire? He said, asking his audience, are we going to protect our children or not? Oh, pause the story. You know, their dancing never harmed or killed anybody, but you know what has? Playing football. Do you know how many people die every year playing football, including high school football? Just don't gyrate on the stage. You gotta be kidding me. Quote, would that halftime show, would that have been rated PG? Were there any warnings that your 12-year-old son, whose hormones are just starting to operate, was there any warning that what he was going to see might cause him to get sexually excited? End quote. Dude, I think you were feeling it. And I think you were feeling more than that. Allegedly, possibly, maybe. I think it seems like you were feeling it. Not just the show. It seemed like you were feeling it. I mean, anyways, allegedly, possibly, maybe. But anyways, the defense of him, quote, knowing better because it was J-Lo and whoever that was, because she's an expert at crotch shots, wouldn't hold up because there was no preliminary notification for the risque routine, he claims. Pause the story. Before I finish this article and give my full opinion, let me just say this. There was a really sexy shot where Jennifer Lopez basically slid on her knees and fell back. It was real sexy. I personally took mental note of that, and I was thoroughly impressed. It was like probably my favorite part of the performance. There was maybe something else, but I can't remember. But that part where Jennifer Lopez slid on her knees and her stuff was like right there in the camera. It was entertaining. Did y'all see the performances right here on YouTube? I'm going to post a link to it in the comment section and the description box. Make sure you say Meat Magazine sent me. Not Meek Magazine and not Meat, but Meat Magazine. Because my name is not Meek, like Meek Mill, no. And my name is not just Meat, M-E-E-T or M-E-A-T. My name is not just Meat, M-E-E-T or M-E-A-T. It's Meat Magazine, M-E-E-T Magazine. Okay? Anyways, Daubenmire, who wants to sue to the tune of $867 trillion. Quote, it's discriminatory against the rules I have in my house, end quote. In a follow-up video posted to Facebook, he went into more detail about how serious he was with taking legal action. Quote, I'm looking for a lawyer to file a class action lawsuit against Pepsi, the NFL, my local cable company for pandering pornography, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, end quote. He said he came to this decision after, quote, pondering all day the debauchery of the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm sorry, what's that sound? Pondering all day. Were you pondering with a bottle of lotion? That's what everybody wants to know. Yes or no? He said he came to this decision after pondering all day the debauchery of the Super Bowl halftime show. He thought about it all day. He was pondering all day. Was he watching it over and over again by any chance while pondering? I just want to know. He details how he didn't watch the entire broadcast. just because of past Super Bowls, and wanted to block, quote, that spirit from entering his home. Well, sir, have you ever seen a Super Bowl halftime show before? Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Madonna, any of these people in recent years, the last 10 years or so? What in the world, dude? But after viewing a few clips, Daubenmire had enough. Quote, I saw a lot of crotch shots, dare I say it, crotch shots. He reiterated the need for a warning. Quote, I turned in to watch a football game. I didn't tune in to watch a porn show. I didn't tune in to see J-Lo's crotch. I didn't tune in to see her scratching or whatever she was doing down there. If the crotch shot court case never comes to fruition, it appears Daubenmire has a different fight on his hands ready to go, as the crescendo to his podcast tirade included another cross he has to bear. They won't even let you talk about, oh my God, quote, they won't even let you talk about homos on Facebook. The LGBTQ community, the LGBTQ community needs to go ahead and go after him, right? The LGBTQ community might be, making some videos, post some things and whatnot towards this guy, because now this dude is very ballsy. Here's the thing, though. Let's just be real here, right? I know what I'm about to say is about to offend a lot of people, but I've said it before a million times, that I think conservatism is a mental disorder. Now, I'm not saying that all conservatives have something wrong with their tink. I'm not saying that all of them have something wrong with their brain. But I think a lot of conservatives are just batty. And I think that at some point it's going to be listed as like basically, something that crazy people come down with. I'm not saying this guy is crazy for legal reasons. I'm not saying him. I'm just saying in general. And I don't know whether or not he considers himself to be a conservative. Now, just because he's a Christian activist, allegedly, does not make him a conservative. I'm just speaking about conservatives right now. Now, y'all know I think liberals are crazy as hell, too. Not always as crazy as most conservatives seem to be. But like the really extreme liberals, oh man, just don't go full liberal. Oh Lord. But this guy, man, the type of stuff that he's saying, the way that he's saying it is as if it was as if he was doing a comedy act. It was like unbelievable. Like I'm just sitting there watching, because I watched a video clip, and it was it 2 minutes and some change? I guess it was about 2 minutes and 46 seconds, and it was posted to Vimeo. It was from Right Wing Watch, and they cut up, different portions of his video, I guess, that originally aired on Facebook. I don't know whether or not the video was on YouTube, because the thing about YouTube is if I include a link to Vimeo, they don't like us to link people to sites outside of YouTube. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I should do that, but basically, if I find the video on YouTube, then I'll post a link to it in the description box, as well as the comment section, because he was like ranting, like he started raising his voice, like yelling, and it sounded as if he was talking to himself. And I'm just sitting there watching the video like, is he okay? But he really let it rip about this situation. It seriously bothered him. And yes, he has every right to be bothered. If it offended him, that's perfectly okay. But I feel as if he went overboard. I mean, discussing having a $867 trillion lawsuit. I think that would be the biggest lawsuit in world history. And I doubt the NFL is worth 867. They might not even be worth 867 billion, but 867 trillion. Now, if you wanted to sue them for a whole trillion, then that could be considered, excessive. But to try to sue them for 867 trillion, I mean, who has that type of money? Anybody who has 867 trillion makes Bill Gates look poor. Anyways, I think that he overreacted, but I think he has every right to be upset, because I mean, But a part of me is like, dude, you had to know that halftime shows happen every single year. And if they have some like hot pop singer, then how do you think she's going to dress and dance, you know? I feel like he should have turned the channel. He's acting like he only had one option in life, which was to watch that. If you knew it was going to be the halftime show, turn off the TV for 20 minutes or so. Let the commercials play. Let the performance go by. Then you get back to your boring football game. You know, you go ahead and watch those men ram themselves into each other. He said you can't talk about certain people on Facebook, but yet you like to watch men ram themselves into each other. So whatever. You can sit up there and watch violence, and it's amazing how so many Christians are perfectly okay with violence, but they're not okay with sexuality. A lot of these people will go to war. They'll destroy a whole country. They'll help to kill thousands of people, thousands of civilians, or foreign armies, and then turn around and say a lap dance is immoral because the Bible also says thou shalt not kill. The Bible says a lot of different things. I also like how in the video, it sounded like he was about to say the S word, but then he switched it up and I think he says show, but it sounded like he was about to curse. That was really funny. But anyway, this is all my opinion. What do I know? Other than I completely disagree with him, but I can understand him being somewhat upset. But this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Also, do you believe in heaven or hell? I don't, but let me know in the comment section if you do. And for those that listen all the way into the end of the video, the secret password to say in the comment section, let me know you listen all the way into the end, is crazy for Christ. Because who isn't crazy for Jesus? So crazy for Christ. That's the secret password to say in the comment section. Let me know you listen all the way to the end. I gotta go, y'all. MAGA. Click the subscribe button right now for more Meat Magazine. Click the notification bell, all notifications. Click the thumbs up button on this video. Post a comment below the video in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe to all the Meat Magazine channels for more videos. The links to my other channels are in the description box.